This human of 40 years in spirit, with Thoth, placed inside of the mountains with Kepri. Kepri is from here, is a god, joined with Ra. This one joins with Ra. So now this one is joined with Kepri, and Kepri is joined with Ra. Given, offered to heaven, and the greatest god, which is the god of this place, the soul taken, and once again here bulbous, so not just gently offered, taken in violence is what happened. The pseudo, now one with Ra. Notice Lion Island, and so that they've all been joined together now, you know. So she's now one with Ra, and this is the first mention of Lion Island. And again, taken. This is a very rare glyph. It's only used rarely to give it significance of how important it really is. So they don't use it in a conversation. So this is the word for terror, chaos. But the way they've written it this time is they put in a block, where often that could just be these things and a line, you know, but they put a block. And this is the word for body of water. So it's saying a body of water, chaos. And here it goes on to say, with great hard work. This is an anvil that you would use in a blacksmith shop. And this is the word turn around. Similar to soul, isn't it? But it's turn around. So here they're saying the pseudo prince, now one with Ra, taken in the chaos. With great hard work, we turned around in the storm. This is a storm, similar to chaos. And again, they've written the two very similar. And why they are is this isn't just your average storm. This is a heck of a storm. You know? So it's really giving emphasis on what they were up against. So so once again, yeah. So the pseudo prince, now one with Ra on the island, taken there in the chaos. With great hard work, we turned around in the storm. Then it goes back, and here it goes. The ship went upside down. Here she is. So this ship is the Gosford ship. And keep in mind, he wrote this, so you're talking from his point of view. There was two ships, Khufu's and his, so he's talking from his point of view. But anyway, his ship turns upside down, and this here dates it. So that there is the dog star, the Venus star, which comes over our horizon, or on the horizon, around, and that's when it first appears. The ship turns upside down. It's in big trouble. It's all bent, and there's a piece missing. We offer praise, and that's the people. Help us, God. We offer praise. It didn't work, obviously. This is again the body of water, and here we are again, bulbous, you know, that taken, and then this is down. So this is saying the word sunk. So we offer praise, but sunk. And this we find today in butcher shops in Egypt. This is a spine, and this is a carving knife. This is the word slaughter. So now as I read it back again, on the 28th of June or similar, the ship turned upside down, the God King in trouble, the people offer praise, sunk, slaughtered, taken. The second ship, the ruler's ship, so this is her ship now, turns upside down, it's gone too. Over here we've got the image on a journey. So she's now going on a journey to be with the great God. And this here is heavenly protection. There's a lot of protection signs on the wall, but this is heaven doing the protecting now. So heavenly protection, and spoken for the house, which is her, in heaven, in the southern sky. So this is southern sky, under the southern sky, and again we've got that which appears here, and you know, the star. So she's on a journey now, protected by heaven. Spoken for the house under the southern sky. This is this house we're standing in, for the journey that she's now on. Horus in gold. So here's Horus, and here's this is gold, king, and this is a god. This is a king. This has got the flail in her hand. That's a ruler's flail that was used for whipping cows and so on. She wasn't a herder, but nonetheless, the ruler's responsibility was to ensure food for the whole nation. So bread, and shown as a bread loaf. And this flail were always shown, because that was her main responsibility. No matter what she let down, she had to make sure that there was always the food. So this is a king. So because she's holding that, she's still the king, even though she's dead. And now it's saying the God King placed into, carried now on a journey by the humans, offered in behind the secret wall, in truth, this one's a feather, in her coffin with the sitting God alongside. See how they're similar? But that one has a flail, that's a king, and this one is a god. And as she goes into being a, or as a new king comes in, they're the king for 70 days after they died. But so every time there's a coffin, there's a god alongside that's there to protect that person in the coffin. And so here now is the word journey again. And where do we just see that? Oh, here's journey. So what it's saying here now is the brightest, taken, protected by the Haru. This is Haru, and that's the Aboriginals of Australia, and this is the word protect. So the brightest, taken, the Haru protect, protected in stone. And this is interesting. This is off the side of the road. So you might say off the wooden track. So protected in stone off the wooden track, which we are. You know, getting here is exactly what we walked across, isn't it, to get here? So here's the God King dead. Boom. God King of Egypt, the man-like one. It's not a man. If that was a man, it would have something coming from here, but it doesn't. So it's saying man-like. They're very similar glyphs, and and she was the man-like one. So the dead now, God King, the man-like one, on her seat placed into between the mountains, and this is inheritance. Well, that she's never going to get what's hers at home, what she left behind. Yeah. And why she's not going to get it comes up really quick. It goes on to say that the God King placed in spirit, and once again she's still the king. The God King in spirit isn't going to get this, and this of course is her home back there. And here is the horizon. The Great Pyramid is called the home on the horizon, and they're trying to explain that to us, that she's not going to get her inheritance. This God King that's placed in here in spirit, she's not going to get her house on the horizon, the Great Pyramid. Again, not for him. The magic of her assistance. So the people that were trying to save her, it didn't work, she died. So she's not going to get her inheritance, her house on the horizon, because the magic of her assistance didn't work, not work for him. So not work for him, the magic of her assistance. Down deep, broken. Her body must have been a mess. So down deep. And to be drawn bold like that, to say down deep that way, that means she's deep, all right. She must be a fair way down. So down deep, broken, under the ground. And here is not good that's not good for her bar. Cut off, again the knife, from her house for him, so not for him, so cut off her house, not for him. The house on the horizon, on the Mer. Never going to get her inheritance. Who isn't going to get it? This person. The God King, who's been placed in here in spirit, the ruler God King of Egypt, isn't going to get her house. Not for him. The magic of the assistance obviously didn't work, because now she's down deep, her body broken under the ground. Not good for her bar, because it's cut off from her house. Again, not for him or him. They use the word him. They never said her or him. It's always him. So not for him, the house on the horizon in the Mer, the Great Pyramid. Because she went on this journey. And that's a snail going on a journey, as they do. She went on this journey from this land. That's a text for land. And here is Egypt. So cut off, etc. Because she went on a journey from the land of Egypt. Not good for the ruler to go home. This is homeland. And in this story, when I see it in Egypt, it's got that, but it's tilted. And that means foreign land. But they're talking from this vantage point. Yeah. So once again, she went on a journey from the land of Egypt. Not good for the ruler to get home. She's never ever going to go home. She's cut off now forever. End of sentence. and then it starts again to our left.